Hello and welcome back to the Gauntlet of Greatness. I have before you one of my favorite decks of all time. This is the Necro deck. This is Necro Summer, Black Summer. It's the first deck I ever top 8'd a PTQ with. And then the extended version of it is basically the deck that I want to Pro Tour with. So I'm a big fan. The key card is Potent. This was printed in Ice Age and basically one of the most important constructed cards for the next, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years, maybe even longer if you count extended. Being able to pay life to draw cards is kind of ridiculous. Now, there's some lag to it. You pay a life to set them aside. You get them at the end of your turn. You lose your draw phase. Nevinyrral's Disc, though, can blow up the Necro after you've gotten up a bunch of cards. It's not a combo deck. I mean, a lot of the Necro decks that took over Extended eventually became kind of dirty combo decks. But back in the 90s, it was just value. You had cheap creatures. Hypnotic Spectre is incredibly threatening, and by the way, there's no original art version of Hypnotic Spectre in Magic Online. There's not even one in an original border. It's very sad. The rest of this I did kind of go out of my way to put into the old versions of the art anyway. Dark Ritual Hypnotic Spectre was a incredibly feared start. Him to Torok on turn 2 is kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous, being able to blow up their land. So it's just, I just trade, like strip your lands, knock the cards out of your hand. My creatures are kind of small-ish. I mean, 2/1 for 2, but Pro White's is a decent ability, especially at the time where Swords to Plowshares was the premium removal spell. You know, you've got Zern Orb and the Ivory Tower to gain life. Anyway, it's just, the deck is great. The deck I am paired against here, Delver doesn't have Treasure Cruise, obviously, but, you know, you've got a couple of Phyrexian mana cards, you've got a bunch of instants to flip it. Runechanter's Pike is actually a pretty nice card for this deck. Geist of St. Traft is nice. You know, you get your gut shots, a couple of mutagenic growths. You also, of course, get to play Snapcaster Mage for value, Runechanger Pike, plus X, where X is all those instants and sorceries that you loaded your deck up with anyway. So, I mean, it's a pretty solid deck. To my eye, not quite as ridiculous as the Necro deck, but I actually think that, I mean, there's some stuff. This deck can deal a lot of damage fairly quickly. It's not going to give me a lot of time to deal damage to Necro. I mean, obviously, Delver Secrets, there used to be conversations. What's the best 1-drop of all time? You know, was it Bird of Paradise? At one point, I think you can make a case for a Mosian Sergeant. You know, Jackal-Pup Mog. It's Delver of Secrets. It's no longer a contest. This guy is just a ridiculous card, and you know, was a standard deck as soon as it got printed. Still a deck to this day. Anyway, I'm a little nervous about the Gut Shots killing my Pump Knights for effectively 0 mana. I'm a little nervous about the Vapor Snag sort of clearing a path and him beating me up with Delvers really early. But I gotta feel like I'm on the right side of this advantage with the Necro deck. All right. But, hey, time to play the games. Let's see what happens. I will challenge you. I have a Necro deck. Obviously prefer to win the die roll. Obviously would like to see Dark Ritual in my hand, but yeah, the Dark Ritual Hypnotic start, just one of the most unfair starts in the history of Standard. I mean, maybe not quite, you know, first turn kill with an Academy deck absurd. All right, what do we got? I've got a Necro. I've got a Contagion, which is decent against him, especially after I Necro. I think I keep this. I mean, it doesn't do anything on turn 1 or turn 2, but it plays a Necro, Contagions away any Delvers. I mean, it's 5 land, 2 spell, but the spell is so good, and one of the lands is borderline spell-like. All right, I'll keep it. I'm also on the draw, so I could pretty easily draw things that are relevant. Not a lot. I don't know. Am I wrong to keep a turn 3 Necro draw? But it's been so long. Yeah, there's the Delver. Turn 2. I'm not going to just strip Island when he's got a Delver. really want this to flip, I'm not gonna lie. Thought Scour. Great. Ow. I mean, I'd use the Contagion Dust to let me get rid of that for 0 mana. But it hits kind of hard. Creatures on turn 1 did not hit that hard back in the day. There's the Vapor Snag. I'm not that upset about that, though. I mean, I guess it's going to hold it off for a couple of turns. I do still Necro, right? Yeah. Man, so annoying. Wow, I could Contagion pitching my Knight of Stromgall. Maybe I misplayed this. Maybe I should have just played the Knight there? But I don't want to take a Delver hit. I could have gone Strip Mine Knight. I mean, obviously I can't pay for this. There's only 3 mana leaks in that deck. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to put him a mana leak. He did miss a land drop, though. I bet I should have gone Pump Knight, Strip Mine, take 3, down to 10, and then I can Necro up a Contagion. I mean, a black card to pick to Contagion. Interesting. What am I doing now, though? Like, I can't afford to just keep taking damage. Huh. Of course, he's got the 3rd land. Oh, but nothing else. Interesting. This is not happening here. So I kept a land-heavy draw, and I've drawn 2 lands, 1 spell. But he's got no board yet. He's got, what, 3 cards in his hand, plus he's going to ponder. Chooses not to shuffle. That's obviously not great news. Seriously? It's got 24, but that includes 4 mines and 3 Mistress Factories. Did he milled himself? He milled himself. Alright, so he drew the 1 card off the ponder. And thought scoured 2 into the graveyard. Reasonable. Threw a Restoration Angel down, but I guess I was cacking his white mana. I'm not playing around 2nd mana leak in a deck that only plays 3. I'm supposed to do nothing? I don't know. Maybe if I had played this, but I would know. Maybe better. He's gonna hit me with an angel. I'm pretty sure I have to drain that. I cannot afford to play Necro here and take 3 from Angel. 13 though, and then maybe play Necro next turn. You've the last. I mean, Restoration Angel hits non-Angel. Wow. I would have got my Necro too. No Necro I could have paid, but he's going to have 5 power. I mean, I don't really have instant speed creature removal in this deck. Wow. I'm going to lose this game. Delver just taking over all formats? It's going to take over the Gauntlets of Greatness too? Crazy. I'm going to afford the Necro now. I'm going to die on this spot. Wow. What can I can draw a Contagion. A Necro for 2. Wow. Hypothetically, I can Necro for a Contagion and a Drain Life. Kill that, take 1, and I take 1 from the Contagion. Ugh. I don't think... Yeah, I'm not sure there's a card. I think I'm just dead. I mean, I was dead to those anyway, obviously. Mana Leak, Snapcaster your Mana Leak. I mean, he did draw the land off the top, so I wasn't going to be able to... Measures Factory, and it's not getting the job done. Alright. Delver deck. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about Snapcaster, though. If I play Necro there, well, he's got Snapcaster Mana Leak mana up. Then I can pay for Mana Leak, but I'm also taking 5. Which doesn't sound great. Well, I think I like Contagion against him. I don't know that I have bad cards, though. I mean, these discs are, I guess, inefficient. They kill... Runechanter's Pike is, I think, the only card that the disc kills that a Contagion doesn't kill. So I like the Contagions. Icequake can get more Land Haunt, but I have 4 Strip Mines in my main deck. So that doesn't seem worth it, and I'm certainly not mana screwing him. I think I want all 4 of these Contagions, but what am I cutting? Maybe a Mistress Factory? It's kind of slow. It's not really what this matchup comes down to. Alright. Let's try it. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to mulligan too. Maybe the fact that he does play Mana Leak means I can't keep, Necro. Can't keep 5 land 2 spell. Because if he counters my Necro, that draw's terrible. Alright, 1 land, I can consult for a second one. Well, that draw probably has mulligan. Yeah, that's a keeper. For sure. He kept 7. How about no Vapor Snag 1 time? Oh, Glacial Fortress. What am I consulting for? I think I just played Pump Knight here. Okay. No double gotcha. We get a Runechanter's Pike. Is he leaving up? Cantrips, I guess? Oh, he did have the Vapor Snag the whole time. He just couldn't cast it. I guess he didn't have a land that came into play untapped. Wow, double Vapor Snag. Hilarious. Interesting. I could consult for Dark Ritual. And then Ritual Hippie. That doesn't seem as good as consulting for Swamp, though. I can consult for Swamp, and then I can play a Pump Knight, play Hypnotic Spectre next turn, and have a third Swamp, which is obviously useful. I think that's the line. Yeah, I mean, especially he can Snapcaster back a Vapor Snag. Their Dark Ritual line seems terrible. His Vapor Snags are surprisingly annoying. Chose not to shuffle. Delver. I'll attack into Delver. I feel like, well, I can even get first strike if I'm on offense. Oh, nice. Clearly attacking in. Worth a mana to give it first strike. It's gotta be. I don't think he's gonna block that. Probe. Interesting. I get a drain and a disc. What do you want from me? I don't think I would block here. I'd rather hit him and knock a card out of his hand. I feel like he's on defense. Yeah, I'll trade. No problem. Wanted to land for the drain life. Interesting. Do I trade or do I wait? I think I wait. I just hit him with Pump Knight. Blocker +1/+0. 3. I'll play this Ivory Tower. That way if I draw Necro next turn, I'll already have it in play. It obviously doesn't do anything yet. But... And I might wind up blowing it up with my own disc, but it's super mana efficient if I draw Necro. He's basically found enough land to operate on. Just reminded Brian. Gain 0. Great. All my mana gain artifacts right here where they do absolutely nothing. I think I just keep hitting him with this Pump Knight, right? So many cantrips in that deck. He's almost certainly got a mana leak. Like, he refuses to tap this mana. He seems to know that he's defending against me, this hitting him. Like, he saw the drain life with the Gitaxian probe. So I kind of got him in this weird spot where he's stuck. Yeah, I think I make him... I'm gonna mana. Do him any favors. Just play into this probable mana leak. That's annoying. Now the board's stalemated. It's at 6 though. Right now it's a drain life for 3. Funny. I'm blocking. More land. So he can spend his mana making blockers. Okay. Still lets me drain life. The bug. Of course. I get nothing. This did not attack. Wow. Every decision I've made here has backfired. Getting from 6 down to 9, okay. I'm gonna have to blow those guys up. I think playing a Pump Knight is pretty valuable here. I can even surprise pay for mana leak with a Dark Ritual. Yeah. Also clearing a mana leak so that I can drain life him has some value. Haha. He's got 2? Fine. I can live with that. Hilarious. He got 2 cards, I've got 2 cards. Oh, my ritual resolved. What? I don't know what happened. Alright. Snapcaster back. Ponder. Sure. Man, but I was the one who had all the card advantage. These Snapcaster mages, really good. Yeah, all my card advantage is sitting in the card Necro. I mean, I guess that there's the hippies and the hymns. I guess I'm on a mulligan draw. Wow. I could drain the Snapcaster. I can drain him for 3, and then a top text drain life is lethal. Try building up to a 1 bigger drain. I'd have to draw both a land and a ritual, though. Wow. Weird spot. I do not have a ton of time. I think I can wait 1 turn. If I draw either a land or a ritual, I might wait. He can't have much left, can he? I guess he did just ponder and not shuffle. he's hitting me for 8. If I block... Okay, this can block Geist. And then I take 4 from the Angel and 2 from the Snapcaster. Of course, that's if it resolves. Jeez. Okay, so I'll put this down. So I don't want a Gut Shot or a Vapor Snag or Snapcaster. Wow. Yep. Huh. Interesting match, though. Yeah, I don't know how I recover from here. Can't kill a Geist. Hexproof. I kill the Snapcaster. I can gain 2 up to 3. In order to stay alive? But where am I going? We'll find out. Fine, we'll play it out. This is unfortunately the effect that Zern Orb has on most games. It was never clear to me that it actually needed to be restricted back in the day. What it meant is that it's a lot slower. I'm not even clear I buy myself a turn. I buy myself this turn, I'm going to have no lands left. So what am I buying turn for, you know? Alright, I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, great. I'm alive. Go me. I mean, with Necro, obviously, the ability to gain life and turn that life into cards is really, really good. But sure. Fine. Delver wins. How about that? Now let's talk to Shadow, see how that felt from his side. How'd that feel from your side, Shadow?
Yeah. Having all that permission was really useful. I knew that I had set up the gut shot. Like, I top deck gut shot there to kill the Order of the Ebon Hand there at the end.
Yep.
But I had already set that up with Ponder. So really should have mana leaked, I guess. I don't know. I was mana leaking because I was just figuring that I had you because I had Guys of Saint Craft, and I don't know, it was just over. No, that was just a savage beating. What happened on your side?
The first game I kept I kept 5 land 2 spells where it was a Necro and a Contagion. And so I figured, well, Contagion can clean up any Delvers that you sneak into play. You know, Necro will fuel my late game, but you mana leak the Necro and that hand just falls apart. So, I mean, I basically, I kept a mana heavy hand and then I also drew 3 lands, 1 spell to start it.
Gotcha.
So I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to mulligan that hand. And then I could have played Pump Knight followed by Strip Mine instead of playing a Necro into your mana leak mana. Again, this is still game 1.
Right.
I don't know if that line's better, but I mean, you cantrip your way. The Strip Mine wasn't going to mess up your lands too badly because you managed to find lands when I did eventually strip you. I don't know.
Well, My mana was really tight the first game. Obviously, you Dark Rid out a Hypnotic Spectre, and then I play my land that comes into play tapped. Then I've got 2 Vapor Snags in my hand. No, I guess that was this game.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that
game.
was this game. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh no,
this
game I felt I was on the ropes, but like I figure if we're gonna
So
play
did I.
beatdown, my deck should beat you. Well, I was on the ropes to start, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you in a beatdown game.
Yeah, no,
You never got
I
control.
never really found a Necro, and you just are like, okay, Snapcaster for value and Restoration Angel, and yeah, that the staring match with the Hippie and the Delver was kind of cool, actually. I assume you had Mana Leak there if I had run a land for my Drain Life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eventually showed me 2 Mana Leaks, so that made sense.
Yep. I showed you 3.
Fair
we played
enough.
3. Yeah. But yeah, so I had a Mana Leak there, so I had to sit on it. And then I was staring at a when it came time for you to attack me. I just assumed that you knew that I had something right there.
I mean, I had the disc. I don't know. I can't judge. I mean, maybe I should have blocked the Delver. Is I guess the other thing that I have. Once you choose to attack, maybe that means I'm supposed to block it. But yeah, you're right though. You if we're both playing dorky small creature beatdown decks, yours is just better.
Yeah, yeah. I know when you get out Necropotence, like I should be boned.
Right.
I think you got it out the first game, but you just didn't have any life.
Oh, I got it out at the very end. I mean, it was desperation.
Right,
I was
yeah.
at 4. Like, I think mathematically there was nothing. Even if I stacked my deck, I don't think I could have won it once I finally got it out at that point.
That was my thought. I was trying to think what you could possibly get for that to have worked.
Well, I mean, I was dead to the crackbacks. I may as well look at the top couple of cards, right?
Sure, might as well. I was hoping you'd go down to 1, then I was going to Snapcaster Mage a gut shot at the end.
Sure.
But yeah. All right. Good game, sir.
Yeah, good games. All right.
Surprising upset.
Another upset. Delver over Necropotence. Not the way I expected it, but you know what? Playing the matches out, it made sense. I think the Delver deck might just actually be in pretty good shape in that matchup. All right, stay tuned. We'll have another Gauntlet of Greatness match right after this.